Hi, it's Nicole with Elemental Superfood, and today we're going to make a super easy applesauce. I like making applesauce from scratch. It's really easy, it's really delicious, and I use it in a ton of recipes, especially baked goods, because I don't really use eggs. I have a kiddo that's allergic to eggs, and I don't like to eat a lot of eggs, and so I bake a lot without it, and applesauce is a really great substitute for eggs. So, quick and easy applesauce. You can also eat this as a snack, just by itself. It's delicious. A lot of times they put weird stuff in applesauce, so again, I like to make it from scratch. And so what you're gonna do is you're gonna get, I buy organic apples, so if you can find organic, always go organic. And I'm going to cut up these apples in little pieces. I'm going to cut out the core. Also, let's see, we're using 7 small Fuji apples. If these were bigger apples, I'd use 5. But 5 to 7, depending on the size. And you're just going to cut them up in little pieces. Okay, so I cut my apples up in small pieces, and I'm just going to put them in a pan like so. And I'm just going to take some filtered water, and I'm going to pour probably like half a cup in there, just to get a nice little bit of water on the bottom. You can always add more. And then I'm going to put them over here, and I'm going to turn the heat up to medium, and I'm going to let them boil for a little bit. So I'm turning it up to medium. I'm going to cover them, and I'm going to let them sit for about 10 minutes until they get soft. And I'm going to check them every couple minutes and make sure the water level's good in there. And at the end, if there's too much water in there, I'll take the lid off and I'll turn up the heat a little bit and let the water evaporate out of the pan, because you don't want your applesauce to be super runny, so you want to get the water kind of burnt out of there. Okay, so we're going to wait 10 minutes and then we're going to come back. The water has evaporated out of the pan. You can see there's really nothing left in here, so I think we are good. You want to make sure, again, that you get all the water out so you don't have extra runny applesauce. Alright, so I'm going to turn that off, and next we're going to go to the blender. Okay, so you're going to grab a blender, or a food processor would work too. And I'm going to use the juice of 1 lemon. And I'm going to do, I like cinnamon in my applesauce. You don't have to put cinnamon in your applesauce, but if you like cinnamon, I'm going to do a teaspoon of good cinnamon. I'm going to do a little dash of vanilla, and again, that's optional too. You can literally just do the apples and they're delicious. If you're going to do a sweetener, you can do like a little maple syrup. I like to use raw honey, but I like to put the honey in the blender, not in with the pan, because I don't like to cook raw honey. So I'm just going to do literally just a spoonful, like that's it. Just a little to add just a touch of sweetness to the applesauce. So I've got my apples, I let them cool down for just a few minutes. They're still pretty hot. You can let them cool down for a while, or you can mix them up hot, however you want to do it. And I'm just literally going to put them all in the blender. And you're going to mix it up. So here you have delicious applesauce. Just like, this is still hot, you know. I didn't let the apples cool down all the way, but anyway, you can put this in the fridge and use it for anything. It's so good. It's really good. Okay. So I'm just gonna put this in a mason jar, and then I can use it to either eat as a snack or use it in my baked goods. So I made 2 cups of applesauce. So this was 7 small apples. I used 5 big apples or 7 small apples, and it makes about 2 cups of applesauce. You can always double the recipe if you want to have more, and put it in the fridge, and it'll last for a couple weeks.